Hey everybody, good morning. I had a quick message this morning. I hope I can be quick about it. I wanted to bring this to you because it's just right in the front of my brain, and it just says I need to share this with somebody. Needs to hear this today. Um, so last night, my husband experienced the loss of a good friend, a long time friend, over 40 years, and you know the immediate aftermath of that is kind of like wow. So we went out onto the deck and we were talking about his friend who I got to meet and thought the world of. And he says to me, my husband, he says, he was always somebody that it didn't bother him if other people didn't take to him, or they might, make fun because he carried extra weight, or they might, think he was different and weird, which he was, which, most of us don't think is a bad thing. He just always went after what he wanted. He said, all that stuff you do, Marie, the talking to your brain, the creating, the patterns and going after your goals and not caring what other people think, all of that stuff, he always did that. And I always admired that about him. Well, that set off a train of thought in my head about my husband, who maybe doesn't practice that exactly, but I can't explain the train of thought. It doesn't matter. So where I was going with this morning is the hard things in life. We learn in our entre studies, one of the first things that Jeff Lerner teaches us, and we may have, some of us, known it, but we didn't practice it, is that no matter what you're doing, whether you have a job, you've started your own business, no matter what it is, there's going to be parts of that you just don't like as well as other things. Parts of your job, maybe you don't hate them outright, but they're just not your favorite thing to do, and you kind of dread them. And so how you look at it is you tackle the hard things first, and then your day is golden. After that, you get the hard things out of the way, and then you can move on with the things that you really enjoy doing, which is great advice. I want to expand on that just slightly. It's the hard things that define us, right? And I'm going to use this analogy with my husband. He's a musician, okay? I am also a non-practicing right now musician. Every band he's ever been in, both of the bands that I've been in as an adult, you're required to play songs that you may not like. I mean, the band gets together and decides what songs they're doing. And there's always somebody that goes, ugh, I hate that song. I've played it a million times, So what my husband does, and he doesn't say that he does this, but I've seen him do it many times. The songs he's not as enamored of, he finds a way to pepper the gumbo, and I love that phrase, because he does. Whatever the song is, you want to be, especially if you're covering a song that people are familiar with, you do homage to the song so that it's correct, but he always finds a way to inject a little of himself into that song that adds. He's a genius at it. So he takes the song that he doesn't really care for doing anymore, and he puts something in there that makes him happy, that gets him a little, like woohoo about the song. And it occurs to me that this can translate into other areas of life if you consciously think about it. So there's something about your job or your, the tasks with your business or what have you, that maybe you can't delegate or farm out, to someone else. You just need to do them. Maybe it's, you're having trouble with a certain thing you're doing at the gym, and it's physical, or, what have you. So there's things that are hard. So find something to respect about it, or to admire about what you have to do, even if it's just the fact that, hey, I did that and I did it well. I didn't like it, but I did it well. Or find a way to put something in it that makes you feel accomplished. Maybe you won't feel like giddy happy, but you'll feel accomplished. And that way you get through the thing you don't like as well, and you move on to the things that you do. And I love the band analogy because, a song is what? 3, 4, maybe 5 minutes max, depending what type of music you play. How much of that, that's not affecting the rest of your life. Inject something in it that puts a little bit of you onto that task and leaves it for, everyone to see, right? And you can be proud of it, but you still don't have to be in love with it. It's just a thought. I'd like to know what you think. Come back at me and let me know what you think. And if you're putting this into practice already, I'd love to know how that's working for you. All right, so I got to go to work. I will see you later. Take good care.